All right, parents. So if you want to help your child build executive function during the summertime, during summer break, there are many things that you can do. So what we've done here in Executive Function Lab recently, so Executive Function Lab is our community of families who have kids with executive function challenges who are looking for ways to support their kids. And for summer break, there are many things that you can do. But in this case, we are looking at a decluttering guide. So we went through some decluttering stuff, some decluttering workshops and such with kids and parents recently, because one of the great things that you can do during the summer is to declutter. And if you can actually take some time, so here is something that we also use. So we were doing another session recently where we were talking about ways to build executive function during the summertime. And all these are available in Executive Function Lab, but I'm going to give you the quick rundown so that you can do this on your own. So, one of the things in talking about how to build executive function during the summer is to do 3 decluttering projects. So, if you can actually do 3 declutter, and this is what we did that day, this is the actual agenda we used. So, as a group, what we did during the workshop is we did a check in, then we reviewed the process of how we were going to attack the decluttering projects. Then we did project 1 with the students and parents, then checked in, did project 2, checked in, did project 3, and then we made a plan for the entire summer to do more decluttering projects. Why? Why is this important? If you want to help your child build executive function during the summer, again, there are so many things that you can do. But if you are helping your child, and the system that I use is one by areas and categories for how to declutter, but if you have a plan for doing various declutter and reorganize projects during the summer with your child, and it doesn't matter if they're even a college student or if they're a third grader, any of this is going to help the brain learn to execute better and to plan and organize better and categorize better, and will make their upcoming school year way easier. And what often happens is that parents wait for the school supply list to come out in the fall, and everything gets haphazard and they're rushing to start the new school year. The school year starts, it seems like it's going okay, but for these kids with executive function challenges, about 6 weeks into the school year, they start hitting the dip. All the missings and incompletes and late work and zeros start showing up. So if you do approach the summertime by saying, hey, we have a great summer ahead of us. How can we actually build executive function during the summer? And you have actual ways to do that. You are going to help your child to have a much easier, more effective, more learning going on in the school year coming up this fall. So, and it'll also snowball on itself in terms of these are skills and habits that can last them a lifetime. So, what we did again during this workshop, you can replicate with your child on your own. We did 3 small projects in one day. So, what I would recommend is do 3 little declutter projects with your child, and that can be digital or physical declutter, and that can be by category or area. So you're going to do 3 little projects one day with your child. Again, doesn't matter what age, just pick what's developmentally appropriate for your child in terms of what these projects are. Then at the end of that, make a plan for the rest of the summer. Because if you do this right, your child will walk away from these 3 projects saying, wow, I feel better. This is cool. This wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. This was kind of fun. I feel more organized. Like kids feel a sense of relief. That structure helps them. Even kids who think that, oh, I don't want to organize. I really don't want to do this. This doesn't matter. Why should I do this? Why do we have to take time to do this? Even for kids that have so much resistance around it, if you can help them to get buy-in and ownership, to be a part of the process and be involved in the process with the ownership, it feels so good to them. So either way, at the end of it, well, I didn't mention the celebration. One of the things I do want to mention is that after we were done with the workshop, I wanted families to celebrate together, to do something fun and meaningful that had nothing to do with decluttering or school or anything like that, just to connect to it, because it's important to celebrate. Anyhow, getting back to the summer plan. What we want to do then is to make a summer plan for the areas and categories that you want to declutter with your child. Is the plan going to be followed exactly? Absolutely not. Who cares? It's going to be so much better than if you didn't have a plan and didn't do anything. And just pick little projects throughout the summer that you're going to be able to work on so that when your child goes back to school this fall, they already have plenty of systems. They've had a lot of practice during the summer to do this. And what I recommend is just grab like a big, $5 calendar like this and put it up on the wall somewhere where everyone can see it and plan out when you're going to do what I call micro projects or overhauls, little tiny projects or big projects in terms of the decluttering. And the last thing I want to mention is when I talk about decluttering, I don't talk about decluttering on its own. It goes hand in hand with reorganization. Okay. So our kids need systems and habits, but systems are the things that allow the habits to work. So the decluttering is a way of looking at a system that hasn't been working and habits that haven't been working where we've collected a lot of clutter that's in the way. So we declutter, we get rid of a bunch of stuff, and we are hopefully, ideally, left with the things that really matter to us. Now that we're left with them, what do we do with them? We have to reorganize them. You can do it any way you want. I have my systems of doing it that I teach, but we have to reorganize them in ways where kids are using their executive function to make sense of where these things live, where their homes are for the things, whether it's school supplies, electronics and cables, whether it's sporting goods for their or things that go around their hobbies or whatever. Whether it's their t-shirts or their shoes or whatever, that there are homes, dedicated homes for things that work, that there are new systems built. If we don't build systems with our kids, the same habit's going to happen again. And we want to help them have better habits so that life is easier for them and they can accomplish their goals, have a great future, and have choices and opportunities and possibilities, and executive functions are the key of that. So, to recap, how do you help your kids build executive function over the summer? There are many ways. One great way is to do 3 micro projects in a day with them for decluttering and reorganizing. 2, to plan when you're going to do other ones throughout the summer. 3, to celebrate what you've done that day. And 4, to execute on that plan throughout the summer. You will help your child so much in so many ways if you can do this one thing. So I hope that helps you. My name is Seth Perler with SethPerler.com or ExecutiveFunctionSummit.com. We've got the summit coming up soon with a bunch of experts teaching you cool stuff, and Executive Function Lab, our community where you can join us as well. I want to wish you peace in your heart. I want to wish you joy, and most of all, I want to wish you connection with the people that you care about, particularly the kids in your life. Take care.